In this video, let's look at where the last two come from in COVID-222. But first, let's review where the first two came from. The first one comes from the fact that the reproduction rate of COVID-19 is about 2. What this means is that on average, if someone's sick, they'll infect 2 others around them. And if this person's sick, they'll also infect 2 others around them. This person will infect 2 others around them. So you see how the sickness can grow. That's where the first two come from. The second two has to do with a bit of quarantine. If you can just somehow know that you are around someone who is sick, and now you may or may not become sick as well, but we want to just see if we can stop the spread from going downstream from you. So if you could just lie low for 2 days after getting some news that you might have been around someone who's sick, maybe that'll help to stop the spread of COVID-19 in this case. That's where the second two come from. So 2 days. Just lie low for 2 days. Where does the third two come from? Well, this project proposes that people are going to carry around these little gadgets on them, these little battery-powered gadgets that are going to somehow broadcast this behavior information out to others around them, so you can just sort of quietly go about your business while informing people what you've been doing over the last couple of days. Where are these devices going to come from? Well, it could be a mobile phone. That could be a solution to this thing, to get a mobile phone and use that, because everyone sort of seems to have one anyway, but it doesn't seem to be working so well. The apps are wearing down batteries, and people don't tend to trust phones and the services behind them with their health information, so it doesn't seem like that's working. So what we're proposing is that if you look in the COVID-222 project, we have a small battery-powered device that is completely separate from your phone. It's a little circuit board that's smaller than the size of a credit card that has a bunch of electronics on it that you can program. You connect it to a small battery with a wire, then you just sort of throw the thing in your pocket and go about your business. And this device can be programmed by you to tell it about your recent social behaviors. Were you wearing a mask or weren't you? Were you out and about? But of course, if you're the only one that carries it around, no one else is going to receive your information. So what we're proposing in the last two of COVID-222 is our device costs something like less than $20 to make. So if you can buy one and make one and give one in addition to yourself to 2 others that you know. In other words, let's give out 2 others to exactly sort of mirror that reproduction rate of COVID-19. Maybe people can start having this device on them and some meaningful communication can start to happen where everyone then can be aware and know about this red barrier to quarantine for 2 days before going out and see if everyone can knock out all of these downstream infections and hopefully make a dent in slowing this pandemic. So that's where the third two comes from.